So there are two main links between industrial food systems and human health. The first one, and perhaps the one that is most understood, is that industrial food systems, the value chain is highly processed, so the foods are highly processed. And through the highly processed foods, you lose most of the nutritive value of the food, you lose the quality of the food, and you end up with foods with a lot of preservatives, which then leads to a lot of non-communicable diseases. The other route that is less understood is actually on the input side, chemical input side. So we are seeing a huge increase in terms of the use of highly hazardous pesticides, and most of these have got a link in terms of human health. The link happens like this. Most of these HHPs actually do alter either the hormones or the endocrine system in the human body, and therefore resulting either in mutations of genes or cells and in carcinogenic sort of impacts or malformations of different forms of the human body. There's scientific evidence that is linking a lot of the active ingredients in the HPs and those kind of human health impacts. On the non-communicable diseases that we are seeing increase of, it's mainly the cardiovascular diseases, including heart-related diseases, increase in terms of different forms of cancer, and others. So, and especially cancers, I think in Africa, it's becoming a big scourge, different forms of cancer, stomach cancer, throat cancer, all sorts of cancers that can be linked in some way to use of highly hazardous pesticides. So what needs to be done? First of all, is to recognize that most of the highly hazardous pesticides that we are using on the African continent are already banned in some places like Europe. There was a study by the Route to Food project that showed, for instance, 43% of the volume of pesticides that we use in Kenya is already banned in Europe. This is because there's clear evidence between the link of those pesticides with human health and the environment. So a simple thing could just be following that these pesticides are already banned in those particular places because they are harmful. So we should also ban them. That's pretty simple. But the other element is actually thinking about how we have food systems that actually eliminate them. And we have solutions through agroecology and agroecological practices, integrated pest management, and basically working with soil health that then improves the health of the crops and makes them resistant to diseases and to other elements. So through agroecology, you can think about a shift or a transition that can be able to help us think about long-term transitions from these pesticides.